Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And today it's the day for working in the 1950s journal. But I thought before we started on that, I'll just show you the few bits I managed to get when we were away last weekend up in Northumberland in Hexham, a beautiful, very old town near Hadrian's Wall. And that part of the reason for the trip was to go and climb on Hadrian's Wall, which we did. We had a wonderful weekend. It was just a 4-day trip, but it was really lovely. We filled it with lots of things and lots of really yummy food. And I managed to get a bit of shopping done because there was a couple of antiques places in the town, and one or two charity shops as well. So I kind of had a bit of a little tour around. We tend to do that if we go somewhere where there's shops or in a nice town. We separate for an hour or two, and I go and do some shopping and tour around all the little shops, and then Richard will go exploring. Possibly if there's a castle or somewhere a bit more to his taste, he'll go off and do his own thing. So this is what I got. I didn't get very much. There wasn't a huge amount that really took my eye, and I was trying to be fairly picky because I've got loads of stuff already. So I'll just show you what I got, and then we'll move on with the journal. So I'll just put these bits aside for a moment. So I got these couple of things. I actually bought this one first, and it was more expensive than this one. Not a huge amount. I think this one was about £5 or something. And this book was only £1.50, but this one is from 1950, I think. 1950, yes. And this one is from 1908, so it is older, and it's in a relatively poor condition, I suppose, but I was kind of charmed by this cover. And they're just music books, really. It's some old music, but this one is really old. Oh, this one says, "From Meri, Christmas 1946." But actually on the front it says July 1908. So I guess that was when it was originally put together, I'm assuming. So it's just a music book, but I thought it was nice pages. It's actually quite nice quality paper. It doesn't feel too fragile, although the cover is very fragile. The book itself is in quite good order. So I've got that one. So I bought that one first. I thought, well, that's nice. I've got some more music paper because I do use it a fair bit. And then I spotted in another little antique shop, spotted this, and I thought she was beautiful. I loved her, and apparently she is Elizabeth Schumann, and this is some songs that she sang. But I believe she was German because it's all in German and in English. So everything's in 2 languages, which I rather liked. So that's German. That section is German. That section is the translation into English. So this is from Vienna, 1928, and it's quite different, the music in here. And again, the quality of the paper is really good. So it was a nice size. So we've got all the songs are in German and with the English translation beneath. So Das Veilchen is the violet. And so I rather like that. I'm attracted by the German, as I usually am. Not that I can really speak it much anymore. It's been a long while since I've had to speak German. But it recalls a wonderful time in my life when I spent a year there. So that's that book there. So I'll just put those over to one side. And then I just got a few little decorative bits. So in the same shop as the Elizabeth Schumann book, I picked up this pack. I mean, it's just been put in this little package, but I don't know how much is in here, but it's some really lovely old lace. So if I can find the end. I don't know, can I find the end? I think it's been tucked in somewhere. Oh, there it is. So it's a lovely colour. It's a lovely sort of ivory colour, and I just love that. Just thought it was really nice. It's quite a bit on here, I believe. This was £5, so it wasn't cheap. But then lace never is, really, is it? I think I got a fair bit there for £5. So I really like that. I'm always on the lookout for lovely lace. And then I found this piece in the same shop. This is beautiful. It's well, we don't really know what it is. Even the lady in the shop wasn't sure what it was for. But it's got all this lovely embroidery around the edge. It's a very fine kind of net, I suppose, with some lovely lace around the edge. And it's quite a big piece. She seemed to think it might have been like something like a confirmation veil or something like that. That's what she was thinking, because it's a bit too big to be a dressing table cloth, which is possibly what I originally thought it might be. So I'm really not sure what it is, but I think it's lovely. And it's a lovely colour. It's a kind of pale, again, an ivory colour. So I just thought, oh, it might take me a while to be able to cut into this because it's so delicate and beautiful, but I dare say I'll manage it at some point. And then in a charity shop, they had a bin with a load of plastic bags with bits of fabric in, of 50p each. So I picked this one up because I thought it's not quite big enough to make a journal cover. It might almost be. How wide is it? Let's see. Hang on, let's turn it round, see how wide it is. It might possibly just about be big enough for a journal cover. So, oh yeah, so it's about 14.5 inches wide. That's plenty big enough. Yeah, and 10.5 inches tall. So this actually would make a journal cover if I decided that's what I wanted to use it for. So I thought 50p, it was quite a nice piece. And they had a few pieces of this, and I could have got a couple. But in the end, I picked up this piece. I don't know why. It just took my eye. I just thought it was so pretty because it's the colours are lovely and it's a big piece. This one, it's bigger than that piece. Same price, in the same bin, but it's a much bigger piece. I don't know what I'd use it for, but I just liked it. It's kind of layering, but yeah, I just like the colours. So who knows what I'll do with that? But sometimes you just buy things because you like them. And then suddenly you find some inspiration has turned up in a digital kit or something, and you think, oh, I've got just the piece for that. And you might have had it a couple of years, but suddenly you've got the perfect way to use it. So there we go. Sometimes you just have to buy things you like, don't you, even without knowing what you're going to use them for. So that's all I got, just a few pieces, but I was happy with that. So let's get our little, well, not quite so little, journal back in. Loving it, love the cover, so pleased with it. And start putting things in, I think. So I'm just wondering whether to put, I don't know that I'll put anything in on here because it's kind of chunky here. I mean, I could put a pocket, but I think I might just leave it as it is, just because I think that fabric's so beautiful. I just want to leave it like that, really. And we could put something decorative on here, but we'll come back to that, I think. We'll have a think about that. Let's just work our way through and see where we might put... Oh, no, I tell you what, before we start that, I need to see what we've got in the way of pockets made ready to go. See if we might need any more. So this is all the ephemera I have that I've been making over a period of time. And there's a few here that belong to the Joey Cardmaker kit, because although I've been using, I don't know how many kits, 4 different kits for this journal, only the Joey Cardmaker one came with ready-made pockets, strangely. So I've got these. They're quite little, some of them. So there's a couple of corner pockets. So they're not going to need a lot in the way of decoration. In fact, I'd be inclined to probably put them on the same page or something together. And then this is also, I tell a lie, that was from one of the other kits. There's not many pockets. This is from, no, I've got them all. This is from the Just Digital Papers, the Pretty 50s kit. So I've got part 1 and 2. And I think this must be part 2, which has got this pocket as part of it. This is one of the Joey Cardmaker ladies, and although I think they're meant to be journaling cards, I thought this one would make a nice pocket. So I've added the gussets just by not cutting it completely close to the edge. So I've just left a bit extra. So I've made that into a pocket because I think that's beautiful. So how many have we got? So that's 2 pockets there which I think will go together. Two, so it counts as 1 in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's another pocket the same size, so they could go together as well on the page. So that's 4 different pages that would cover. I don't know if you remember, I made these little kind of tuck spots with the circles, and I think they do go. I might put a little bit of extra something on them. So there's a couple of those. So that's 6 pockets. That's not a pocket. That's could we use that as a pocket? This is a flip out that I made a while ago. So that's not a pocket. No, that's going at the back. Okay, so we've got this one, which is made from some book page. So I've got that one. That's another pocket. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll just put them there. What else have we got? We've got this, which is a pocket, and it's already got its ephemera already in it. So yeah, 8. 9, this is a wraparound that wraps around the page, so it's decorated on both sides, made out of an envelope. Was that 9? 10. Then we have this pocket that needs a bit of decoration, 11. Got this one, it's got a journal card already part of it, but that's a tuck spot, so that's 12. 13. 14. 15, made this a long time ago as part of Roxy's Weekly Challenge, I believe. 15. Is that it? I think it is. And I've got now the rest of journal cards and tags. So that's 15 pockets, which may be enough. Maybe enough. So we can start putting them in and see how it looks. Because we've got 3 signatures, so that will be 5 pockets per signature, which I think is possibly enough, because there's a few built-ins as well. So let's go through and just try and just pop them in. I don't think I'll glue them in just yet. I'm going to get some paper clips out, I think, and just see how they fit. Right, got my little paper clip pot there. And so this one is, this one's going to need a tab. I think this needs a tab on here. Yes, I want to do that. So, yeah, that's something to do another time, I think. So we don't need that there. So I think we need something here on one of these pages, possibly on this one. What can we put on here? Did that go on there? No, that doesn't really go. Not that one. Does that one go? Not really. Am I going to find something that goes on here? I don't find that. That's a possibility. Now, just looking at one here that I think might go almost too well because it's matching. Now, that's a bit too matchy-matchy, isn't it? And that would actually... that goes over the side of the page. Is it going to go in properly? Hang on. We've got a little issue here. That's it. Just making sure it goes on somewhere and how it looks, but no, it's too matchy-matchy to this side, but never mind. And it doesn't really go on that side anyway, so never mind. We will find something to go on here. Just wondering about this. Would that go on there? that's a possibility. Or maybe this one. I think maybe that one would be better. Needs a bit of decorating, of course. But it's going to be pretty stuffed. But I think that looks better because it's not the same pattern, but the colour's the same, so that goes quite well. So I think we'll pop that on there for the moment. Can always change it. Just put a paper clip there just to hold it, and that's going to be there. And right, let's see what we can put on here. Just wondering about one of these tuck spot things. So I think let's have a look at grab some get a journal card. Doesn't have to be nothing in particular, no particular one, but I think. Could we tuck that? Was it too big? Tuck something behind there. So we could have it more going around like that. Would that go in? That won't go in there. That's got to go in a side tuck or something. So not that. Would that go in? I mean, these aren't the right colours. I'm just trying to figure out how these all work. And you could put something in there. Could. Oh, I really like that one. Don't know if it would go on here really. It might do. Anyway, I think we could find something or make something that would go in here. No, this has got to go on. That's got to go on the side of the page. So that's no good. Anyway, Maybe it would be better that way. Yeah, that might work better, mightn't it? And something can slide in more easily from the side. To go in like that. That would work better. Okay, so yep, I can work with that. Let's put a paper clip. And that also needs a bit of extra something or other on it. Then we have, excuse me, then we have a side tuck, so that'll be easy to fill, probably. And we had our multiple pockets, didn't we? So we've got this, so we could stack them. Stack them on the page, have something going in those. So yeah, I think I quite like that. Let me just paper clip those into place. Alright, those two can go there. Oh, and I've got another side tuck here. We haven't got to the middle of this signature yet, and I'm not sure we have. We don't want to overload the front, do we? No, we don't. So, I think I'm going to remove this and put it somewhere else. I might just decorate this page a bit just to make it look a bit more interesting. Not sure about that one. So at the moment we added anything? I think we have. We've got, yeah, we can come back and add that another time. So I've got that one and those two. So that's two. So let's try and fit one more in before we're halfway, although we've got a lot of side tucks, so maybe we don't need any more on this side of the signature. Let's just see, what can we do? Would that look better there? Yeah, maybe that would be better there. So we've got that. And I think this is going to be attached to a page. Not this. No, it wasn't that one, was it? It was the flip out one. Although it's not a pocket, it's got to go on the page, so I've got to find a home for that too. Right, so that's going to go there. Shall we have something on one of these blue pages? Let's see what can go. Oh, would this go on here? No, not that one. That one. Actually, I quite like that on there. It's got a bit curled. I think I'll just have to glue it down firmly somehow. I will pop this on here, I think. There. So we've already got two things on. So we can put one more, I think, on this signature. Got this. Oh, it's lovely. And we've got this paper again. I wonder if I can put that like that. I think that might work all right there. There's the flip out. Yep, I'm going to put that there. Okay, paper clip. That's going to go, I think that's going to go here. Right, so that's that signature. Got anything else built in here? Yes, we have. Got a pocket here. So I think that's got a reasonable number of things in it to fill. Okay, let's see what we've got in the next signature. I think there's definitely likely to be more additions along the sides of the pages. I want to add some fabric and things, so yeah, some of those pages that are not getting a pocket might get some decoration of some sort. That's lovely. So this is a flip out. Kind of think it might be nice to have a pocket on there, not sure. Let's see what else, what other spots we have. What about something here? Well, that is more of a writing kind of page. Maybe on here. So we have this. Oh, that might look quite nice there, mightn't it? Okay, I might put that there. Oh, these paper clips. I hate it when they all connect to each other. I can't get them off. Keep going around and around. There we are. Might put that on the edge there. No. Wants to hook under the lace. I obviously haven't glued it down that well, and it just wants to go underneath it. Okay, I'll put the paper clip at the bottom instead. Okay. And we have this paper bag with a little tuck. Okay, let's put something on here. Like that. Is that going to be too heavy? Possibly. Did that go on there all right? So, just about, but I quite like it there. Would be a little tight, but I think it'll be okay. Can go there. Oops. So how many have we added on here? 1, 2. We added 2. Don't know. Hang on. Have I only put 1 on this first half of this signature? What? No, 2. There we are. There's 2. I've got that. Right. Okay, so we've got 2. I can come back and add another one because I've got 5 per signature, haven't I? So let's try and put something on one of these, I think. Ooh. And then about this lady here. Ooh. She look good on there. I think she would look really nice on there. Yeah, I like that. Picks up the colour on this paper. Try and find a paper clip that's not attached to a bunch of others and failing. That's it. Right, so we've got this one. Right. And I might just have to put some sort of fabric or something down here. It's not, I don't know how strong it is to put a pocket on unless I put something small. Maybe that. It's a bit, no, it's a bit big. Bit too big. Yes, all my pockets are a bit big. Oh, this has got to be decorated up a little bit, hasn't it? This little pocket here. Oh, I do like her though. It's nice to remind yourself of things you made, doesn't it? Now, what about this one on here? Yeah, I think that would go quite nicely on there. I can detach this paper clip. Think, how do they get themselves so tangled up when they're so difficult to untangle? Right. It's going to go there, I think. So how many have I put? So I'd put 2 in the first half of the signature. And then I've got 1, 2. So in theory I can put another one in this half of the signature. And a pocket here. So we really don't need a lot more in this signature, do we? I think I'll try and put another one in the first half because I haven't got so many built-in pockets in that half, I don't think. Right, let's have one right at the beginning, see if we can find a place. What about this one? Yeah, maybe that would be quite nice on there, although it's a bit difficult to get that out on that side, isn't it? Let's see what's on this side. No. Could I put that there? Actually, I quite like that there. I do. We don't really need to see the kitchen, particularly. I just like that lady. So I'm going to, let's see if I can pop that there. There we go. So this is all finished because it's got its tag in the back. It's a bit tight, but and then they've got this tag and we've got this tag. So yeah, this one's a properly completed pocket. So that's that signature field. And final signature. Where are we? We're at the beginning of that the last one. No, we're still on this one. Okay, and then we're going to have a look at this one. It's all getting a bit bulky now with all the paper clips. So we've got to now find homes for this one. This one, all big, aren't they? All quite big ones. This one. And these two smaller ones. So that's okay. It's a bit of a balance then. So let's have a look. So we do already have the envelope in this one. Oh, okay. Is this going to be strong enough? It might be. If I were to put this on here, I think that would work quite well. And we could just make it another tuck behind here. Got the funky sewing on the side there. So my sewing machine was having a moment. I think she needed cleaning, which I have since done. So let's hope this paper's strong enough. This is some ephemera from Roxy Creations, and that's very writable on the back. Bit crumpled, but that's okay, it's not that bad. And let's see. Oh yes, I think this might work quite well on here. Just make sure it goes right in. I think this has got a built-in tab on it. So, yep, we'll get that on there. I think, but anyway, I think it works quite well. Oops. So that one's going to go there opposite the green. Yep, like that. Oh yeah, I think that looks alright on there as well. So we're doing okay. Got a tuck, side tuck here, and another one here. So we're going to the second half of the signature, another side tuck here. So, maybe I should do some of the smaller things on here, on this side, that side. So I could put those two there. I think they would be okay on there. So let's just paper clip those. Okay. Right, and we have a pocket here and a flip out. I was wondering whether we could still put the little tuck spot in there. Possibly, it might go in there. Okay, so I've got this one. Would that go there? Or would it be better on the other side? Oh yes, it goes quite nicely with that paper. There. And then things are easier to tuck in, aren't they, from that side? So let's just do that one. And there. I think we're doing pretty well. Wondering about this little doodad on here. It's a nice little tuck. So we have the envelope, which I would probably add a little bit of something to. I haven't decorated it yet. So, yeah, I might put this one here. And then that's all our pockets have homes. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do more work on them. I just wanted to check I've got what I need. I think we've got plenty actually in here. But there's a bit of decorating I might want to do before we actually finally glue those pockets in. Some of them need a bit of work. Some of the other spots, like this envelope, the odd built-in pocket and things here and there, might just need a little extra something. So I think that's quite a good start. So what have we got? Gosh, we've taken quite a bit of time just to do that, but I think it gives us a good idea of where we're going and whether the journal is getting really fat. It's getting quite fat now, but the paper clips will have been taking up some of that room, some of that space, so I'm not too worried. My journals tend to be quite fat by the time I've finished. Still wondering whether I need a little something on here. Maybe a fabric pocket. No, I think there's a load of tags in here. I don't think there's any more pockety things. I've got this card. I'd like to get this on, but I think it's too big. It's too wide. This was part of the... I can never remember the name of this kit. I should do because I've got lots of bits from it. It's the Just Digital Papers is the name of the Etsy shop that I got this kit and some of the papers. But that's not really going to work, is it? That's a shame, really, because it's quite a good image. I've got a smaller one, but it's really, really small. But this isn't going to fit anywhere. Never mind. So let's make a start on the first signature. Let's see what we can do. So the first thing I wanted to do, I wanted to put a tab on here so it just pulls out. So, in this case, do I want a fabric one or a paper one? I'm usually drawn to fabric, as you hadn't guessed. Oh, and I have to show you this. Now I've been printing on some fabrics, and I printed the feed sack scraps kit, or just one page so far, but I might do another one. So whereas Gail's digital kit started as bits of fabric that she's collaged and then made into a paper digital, and then I've kind of turned it back into a piece of fabric, but a single piece of fabric this time, and I rather like that. So I'm thinking I can use bits of this, like I did with some of my when I did the masterboard. Could use some pieces. There's a nice piece to go down the edge of something. Don't think this is quite the right colour for this, but I've got another one I'd like to print. Still got a bit of my collage that I could use. But I'm not doing down the side of the page, am I? I'm making a tab. Focus, woman, focus. What am I doing? I'm making a tab. I use a bit of that. It's a bit too bright, I think. Where's that other little piece? I love this piece of fabric. That's good colour, isn't it? On there. Sorry, I don't know if you can even see. What am I doing? You're way off camera. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I was up there. because I have this piece of fabric which I think is really pretty. I might just, let's just take a piece of that and make a little tab, I think. I'm going to do it. Be careful because it's a bit, done it too long because it's, I've got this little tuck here. I can't impinge on that too much. So if I pop that there, glue that like that. Actually that looks quite pretty on that side too, so let's do that. Let's get that little tab glued on. Oh, this pin's stuck now. It's my little applicator got all bunged up, so I had to take it off. I've got it soaking. But it does mean that the pin gets a little bit stuck. Right. That doesn't look very straight, does it? That's because it's the fabric isn't straight. So if it's straight on this edge, it's not very straight at the top, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So let's just put a little bit there. There we are. Okay. So we've just got our little tab, which I'll just pull gently. Then we can, oh, I think I'm going to want to put something here. I think some sort of little pocket here. I may have to come back to do that. Yeah, thinking of extra things as I go along. Yeah, I might want to put a little pocket in there, but I haven't got anything quite right at the moment. So then we've got, yeah, I'm going to want to put a little something down here, but I'm not sure what exactly at the moment. I've got this strip from the cover. But how would that look? No, I don't like that on there really. I've got this piece. No, that doesn't work. I wonder how that would look if I were let's just see. I kind of feel I want to ruffle it a bit, just make it a little bit and have it sticking out a little bit as well. Quite like that on there actually. Doesn't have to go all the way down to the bottom, does it? I might just put it, just feeling I need to put something on here that's just to make it a bit more, cheer it up a bit. That's what we need to do. So I'm going to put some fabric glue on and just scrunch it a little bit. See if I can get it to scrunch only a little, because I want to still see the design. but I just want it to look not quite so flat. Does that work? I think it kind of works. I have got it a bit nearer the edge than I planned. Can I pull it across? Not really. I meant to have it dangling over, but I got a bit overexcited and put it straight on, didn't I? But it's okay because it's got that yellow lace behind it, which I quite like anyway. I quite like that on there. Don't know why, just feel that just makes it a bit more interesting on this page, and you've still got plenty of writing space and stuff. So, yeah, quite like that. Let's get rid of some of these strings. Alright, so, oh yes. Right, so we're going to put this here, won't we? Right, let's have a look at this and see if we can make it look a bit more do something that makes it look a bit more like it belongs in the journal. So I've got some small pieces of ephemera here, and a few various bits. Little tickety things. Those to cut out, some of them are not. There are too fiddly. Oh, there's another one of those cards, but again, I've got 3 of these, but these ones are not big enough to make a pocket out of. I do have an even smaller one, I think. Thought I spotted a smaller one, but I could be wrong. Where is it? There it is. And actually, it's the only one that's got the little window cut out. I did it on my Cricut. Now that go on there like that. Any more little bits I could add? Little bow here. That one needs a bit more cutting. Oh, better put my pin back in my glue. Otherwise that won't work. Let's see, is there any more little pieces I can add on here that would work? Oh no, that's that Palm Beach Hotel. It's kind of big. Ooh, that's a bit too big. Still got a bit of white showing on here. I think this is where the Cricut cuts things out and sometimes leaves a little bit of border. But I might just put that there. Let's just ink these things up a little bit. Just thought I might tuck something in a little bit behind it from my little box. That just tuck in there. It would. Just need to trim off all. It's not. It's been a bit of a join there. I don't know if it will how it would look if I can just trim that bit off. Which side is it? It's that side. Could that just pop behind there? Like that. That's a bit thick. Just a little bit. Just to soften it a bit. Okay, let's do that. Glue, 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 glue. So I just put a bit of glue for the bit of lace. That should just pop there. Then we'll have our kind of tickety thing. Whoop. Teach me not to have a wet wipe on at the ready, won't it? Okay, stick this down and then get a wet wipe quick. Okay, that goes there. And then we'll just pop this little car across there. Ugh. Too much glue on that little frame there. Right. There. I need a dry one. Oh, there's a dry one. That'll do. And we'll put this little bow. I should put that kind of there. All part of the Just Digital Papers kit, the Pretty 50s, and they're all linked to my videos, all the kits I'm using. Actually, I want to bring it, I think I want it, no, it's there, I think it's too high up. Okay. Right, oh, and now I need to just ink around the whole thing. Or did I do that already? No, I think I did it already. Oh, well, who knew? Right, let's see. Now that I've put some bits on it, it looks a bit better on here. I think it just fits in a bit better with the journal. Yep, I think I like that. I feel like it needs a little something up here. Little something. I don't know if I've got any more little somethings. Got more ribbony things. There's some circly things. Maybe I'll put those. Something different. Have I got something different I can add up the top? I think there were. They might be too big. Got that. Oh yeah, I quite like that. It's a dinner menu but it could all be for the show that they're going to. Show and dance, and that's the menu. And they're going in the car, in their posh car. Okay. Yep. Liking that. Now we're going to glue it on. I hope I'm still on camera. I keep wandering off camera and it's not good. I've just got to make sure I put the glue just round the bottom and up the side. Something like that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that because I had these bits of paper that I made the circles from for years and years and years and never used them. So it's a couple of days later, and I only realised when I was editing this video that when as soon as I glued this in, the camera turned off, as it does after half an hour, but I didn't notice, so I carried on talking. Didn't realise that actually I hadn't got any of that on camera. I didn't do any more work in the journal. This was the end, and all I was doing was doing my sign off and things. But I thought, well, I better just come back on and finish that off, so that it just doesn't abruptly stop and then there's nothing. So you didn't miss anything craft wise, but all I did tell you, or I did say, was that this will be the last crafting video I'll be able to do before I go away. So although it's a week away still, we've got so much going on next week, I will have absolutely no chance to craft. And I'm actually going to be I have started spending this weekend packing up my stuff for the retreat. I will be filming a final packing everything into my craft bag. But at the moment I'm just pulling everything together to get it ready. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me for this video. I'm glad you're enjoying this. I've had some lovely comments from you all, which I really appreciate. I'm loving it. I'm really loving the cover. I really love having my mum and dad on the cover. So yeah, it's lots of fun. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you come back and carry on with me when I get back from my retreat, and I'll have lots of stories to tell, I'm sure. So I'll see you then. Bye for now.